I appeared in court on the 22nd at Milimani High Court, and the case was coming up for directions. Unfortunately, our lawyers were not available because they had been dragged in to the Gachagua matter. But luckily, His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka and Eugene Wamalwa were able to attend court on behalf of the petitioners for the airport. And during the hearing of the case, the following three things were confirmed. One, that the Law Society case, which comes up on the 25th, continues to enjoy conservatory orders, maintaining the status quo at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, and that the application that will come before the court on the 25th will be an application seeking to increase the bench to 3, and therefore it is unlikely to affect the conservatory orders. And the judge, therefore, on that basis, asked us to come back on the 11th of November 2024, when we will be making a fresh application to have another conservatory order or consolidate the case with the LSK one, so where there is already an existing conservatory order, and we can also do our petition before the 3-bench judge. So in that way, we hit two birds with one stone. And therefore, I'm confirming to Kenyans that the status quo at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport at the moment is that everything is as though Adani had not come. And that is why I wanted to correct the last speaker. The airport is different from what has happened with the Kitrako or what has happened with the SHAF, the health service. And I was trying to explain to earlier listeners that one of the most dangerous things the Ruto regime is doing is to introduce a very little known apparatus in government called PPP, which means that everything they are doing, they do not advertise. They invite a single source and they go and start negotiations, enter a contract. By the time the public know, it's too late to go to court. The luck we have as Kenyans about the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport is many whistleblowers, including Nelson from the Netherlands and the rest, were able to blow the whistle ahead of time. And it has taken me more than 2 months to build a proper petition because of the amount of evidential material that you must put in a petition for it to be successful. Because if you just file a petition that cannot be argued up to the Supreme Court, its chances of survival are gone. What I can guarantee Kenyans is 2 things. Number one, the petition that we have filed is airtight. It is world class. It is a petition that Adani cannot win, as we have filed it. Secondly, Kenyans are unaware that a critical player in helping in this petition and even participating has been the Kenya Aviation Workers Union, who are also parties. We have joined them in the petition as an interested party, and they have appointed one of Kenya's top lawyers, Fred Ngatia, to represent them. So in this petition, the people of Kenya, the people or the workers of the airport, and the petition sponsor myself are all on one corner against the Adani group and the government. And therefore, kwa hali na mali, we are with them, including a strike option. So there are so many things which exist, but they exist because we are going through the legal aid procedure. But on the Adani Jomo Kenyatta Airport, I can confirm that we are ahead of the government strategies. And I can confirm, instead of competing with the LSK, it is better for us to consolidate the matter so we can enjoy the protection of the conservatory orders they already have, as we prosecute now the case on the constitutional questions, which mean there was no public participation, there was no approval of parliament, and so on and so forth. And all those things are contained. Finally, I want to use this forum to thank the Association of Workers of the Airport. I also want to thank Kalonzo Musyoka and Eugene Wamalwa for stepping in, because we were in a really difficult place on the 22nd, because the 2 key lawyers, Ndegwa Njiru and Kibe Muigai, left me alone and went to the Gachagua case, and we were really exposed. But the court could have easily dismissed our petition for want of prosecution. but Kalonzo is no longer a watermelon. That I asked him about that thing, and he told me that watermelon name came from Raila Odinga, and who is now the watermelon. William Ruto is actually a sophisticated criminal, because this is the entire matter that Nelson broke. You know, this PP Directorate of Private Public whatever was created so that you don't have any information. Remember that you cannot make a petition without evidence. You cannot make a petition without documents. You cannot make a petition from just the newspaper report. And why they made this issue of PPP is because the government invites a single-sourced individual, kept in secret and mostly done abroad, so that at the point of signing, they have not told Parliament, they have not advertised, and nobody knows. So by the time they are signing and you're aware, even if you go to court, the judge will ask you, where do you have this information? Now, if I can now speak about it because I couldn't speak about it before. When Nelson and everybody started this whistleblowing, some of us went undercover. And Mweru was the first person who was beginning to talk about getting the Andani background information. And so we decided to go in a different way. The airport workers went on strike, and Kenyans forget. And they said, we are not going back to work until all the documents are given to us. That was the first tranche of documents that we were able to get, because the government had to give the union by law those documents so that the union could agree. That was the first crack in the matter. The other cracks of the matter I don't want to talk about but if we talk in a different forum, I will tell you. But then it took about 2 months to build a case about JKI. I can tell you without fear of contradiction, even with the way the lawyers misbehaved, the petition is filed. And the petition, I added, in the public interest, I added certain other individuals so that the matter qualifies as a matter of public of interest. That means we added, for example, Wiper Party, we added Jubilee Party, we added the DAPK Party. All these were added as petitioners so that it is not Tony Gachoka on his own, that Wiper has 3 million people, that this one has. So the court is going to be looking at the petition as a Kenyan petition. So I did not want to hog or own the petition. My idea was that we make it a public document so that even when a judge is looking at the weight of the issues being asked, and then of course, in addition, we have the workers. So why I'm emphasizing on the JKI deal is we need a win against Ruto. And I can assure you we are going to have a win on this matter. And if we take one win, let's say, for example, we defeat Andani in this case and certain constitutional declarations are made against him, because the petition is sustainable, because it has been well researched and well packaged. We can use that to blacklist him, even in other cases he already may be doing or already being awarded. We can actually use the JKI win to nullify or to bring back to court, question other issues, because by that order of the court, he will be blacklisted, because among the prayers and other things we are asking for in the petition will be, who is this man? And we are discussing his conduct, including in Malaysia and in other countries where he's been banned. And Mweru has agreed to share this petition. I think the time has come. Anybody willing to have this petition, it's now a public document. Please ask Mweru for a very comprehensive document that we put together, notwithstanding the fact that I need to change the lawyers. And I don't think the lawyers were disloyal to the petition. It's just that this Gachagua man and the money that is going around, I don't know what happened. I was just shocked to see them leave a petition at the hour of need. But anyway, the petition before they left, particularly Kibe Muigai, who is an expert in public law, he did a very, very good job. So the petition is there and it is solid. And if we win one thing against Ruto, it will give us a stimulus and the content of orders to be able to go about the other issues and unearth and unmask Andani.
I'm sure most of us who are watching the television, we were so embarrassed. Extremely embarrassed. I wish every senator, every member of parliament can watch today's message. About the foundation. Because all the way till now, I have always been thinking that this government is a government of God. Because it's the one we voted for. to our embarrassment,
lakini kwa aibu yetu,
is a government of fight.
Ni serikali ya vita.
I was so concerned.
Nilikuwa na hisia sana.
And I know the politicians in this house, you get disappointed with me today.
Na najua wanasiasa katika nyumba hii mtaweza
Instead of us
badala yetu sisi
majoring on the things that concern us, the economy of the nation, how we can build ourselves, how we can do this, how we can have better health systems, and you arm yourselves without not giving us a notice. We are also going to arm ourselves in prayer, because now we are returning. Can I say something? Most of us ladies, we may wear makeups, but one thing we are not good at.
Wengi wetu tunaweza kuvaa vipodozi, lakini kuna kitu ambacho
siwa. When we buy a TV, Mr. Gary knows this, when you buy a TV, a decoder, we have a problem
tunayo shida
of reading instructions.
Ya kusoma maelezo.
So those who are of you are married, you are ever asking your husband, how do you fix it? How do you do this?
Wale ambao wameolewa kila wakati tunauliza mabwana zetu.
Yet you have a manual book.
Na pia una kitabu cha maelezo.
Women, we are not very good in manual books.
Pengine hatujui kusoma vitabu vya maelezo.
My question is,
swali langu ni hili.
The government of the day.
Serikali ya siku.
We have heard about the foundation.
Tumesikia kuhusu misingi.
If the foundation of this nation and this government is God,
iwapo msingi
why don't you return to the manual book?
Mbona usirejee katika kitabu cha maelezo?
So you can fix what you can't fix.
Ili uweze kutengeneza kile ambacho huwezi kutengeneza.
As a voter, I'm embarrassed.
Kama mpiga kura ninaaibika sana.
And the next election you must convince me.
Na katika uchaguzi ujao lazima unipatie sababu. Yes.
We are sick and tired of having noise.
Tumechoshwa na kelele.
We want performers.
Tunataka watenda
we want
kazi.
Workers.
Tunataka watenda kazi.
Don't arm yourself like you are going for war.
Usivae silaha kama
unaenda vitani. Arm yourself to serve the nation of Kenya and the people who voted for you.
Za kufanyia kazi wa Kenya na watu waliokuchagua.
We're going to do another prayer. Come here, Minister Herbert.
Tutafanya ombi lingine.
Come on, let's arm ourselves. Somebody must go home again. People must start to go home. Home is where we want you, in your village. Don't stop anywhere. We are sending most of you home. We did not vote for you to go and make noise for us. We voted for you to become performers. Oh, come on, the church of Jesus, make a shout. For 3 minutes, let's wage war for our nation. Begin to pray. Begin to pray for our nation. We refuse noise in the name of Jesus. Come on, somebody. The poor people are becoming poorer. The economy is getting worse from day to day. Sick people can never get treatment again. Come on, somebody. We cannot watch ourselves going down. Begin to wage war in the name of Jesus. We are returning back to the foundation. This nation was born through prayer. The government of the day, the government of President William Ruto was birthed through prayer. But today we are in chaos. In the name of Jesus, begin to wage war. This is not what we wanted. This is not what we voted. We did not vote so we can be fighting. Come on, somebody, begin to speak. Fight corruption again. Fight corruption in the name of Jesus.
Asante sana kwa kutazama Ruto'S TV. Kama uja subscribe na kuomba uweze kusubscribe. Kama umesubscribe nasema asante sana. Unaweza finya notification bell ndio wakati wote tunapata habari kama hii unakuwa wa kwanza kuipata. Hadi wakati mwingine nakutakia mchana ama usiku mwema. Asante sana.